Hi, this is Michael Rony Mullick, and you're watching the post market show. And we are seeing a huge consolidation happening in the market for the last few days. So whatever movement is happening, either it is because of gap up, gap down. But when the market is open, we are not seeing a trending day, and it has been quite some while. Even today was no exception. We saw the markets opening almost flat. So let us look at the charts of Nifty and Bank Nifty, and let us see what has happened. Markets opened over here almost flat, and it tried to move up in the first candles, took resistance around 18,400, and then came down and took support around 18,327, which we had discussed multiple times before that it is a strong support. Then markets moved up from there, then again came down, broke that level, made a low of 18,311, again moved up, again took resistance around 18,370, again came down, closing at 18,329. So Nifty traded in a 90-point range for the entire day, believe it or not. So it's a very tight range, and markets have been consolidating. So slightly down, 0.11% down Nifty. Bank Nifty again down by 0.14%. Same thing. Bank Nifty opening almost flat, and then came down throughout the day. But again, after 1 o'clock, it tried to move up. But then again, profit booking set in at 215, and it ended at 42,072. So overall down by 0.14%. So Nifty, Bank Nifty almost flat. Nifty mid cap, same thing, slightly fat. Nifty small cap did well, 0.45% up in the day. Nifty, this is Nifty, small cap. Apart from that, sectoral indices, again, most of the sectors are mixed. So some are positive, some are negative. If you talk about some sectors, FMCG down by 1.3%. So looks like a good profit booking happening in FMCG sector. And Hindustan Unilever down significantly, breaking its important support. I will talk about that in a bit. Apart from that, Nifty Media is down by 2.4%. Energy down by 0.33%, and Nifty PSU Bank Index, which was moving up with a lot of strength, down by 0.6%. Talking about positive sectors, it was all about Nifty Metals today. Metals up by 1.7% today. Then we have Nifty IT moving up by 0.87%. Nifty Auto moving slightly higher by 0.23%. So these are the sectors and overview of the sectors. If you want to talk about stock specific, we have Infosys up by 0.97%. Nifty's top contributor today, Infosys. And then talking about metal indexes, I talked about metal index looking quite strong. Hindalco moving up by 6% today. Tata Steel moving up by 1%, starting 108. Tata Steel doing pretty well. And LICI, the results were announced over the weekend, and very good results. Again, highest quarterly profits by any company in a given quarter for the Indian markets. That was LIC. Last week it was State Bank of India creating new record. LIC taking it over. It is up almost 5.9% today. So a lot of retail investors have put their money in the IPO of LIC. So it could be good for them when it has moved up by almost 5.9%. So investors would be happy, but let's hope it moves up even higher, and at least it breaks the IPO price and moves higher. So that would bring a lot of joy to the investors. Apart from that, we talked about Hindalco. Hindalco, you can look to go long. Good green candle forming. So in fact, the results came out bad, but the stock is moving up with a lot of strength. Good positive momentum, and also important supports were broken today. Important resistances were broken, and it looks bullish, and you can keep today's low as the stop loss, and you can consider going long in Hindalco. HDFC Twins, after a huge up move on Friday, today moved up slightly higher. It's good to see it is still sustaining the upward level, the higher levels, so that is good. HDFC Bank 2661, and it's an inside candle in HDFC Bank and both HDFC. So if the Friday's high is broken, you can expect it to go up higher. So you can consider trading in those, keeping the inside candle in mind. Talking about FMCG, Hindustan Unilever breaking a very important support and coming down with a lot of strength, 1.81% down. Same with ITC. ITC was in a good uptrend, but there seems to be a good profit booking. after 2 consecutive days of inside candles. ITC breaking down from those levels is what we are seeing, 2.57% down ITC. And talking about other things, we have State Bank of India falling by 1.46%, definitely bringing the PSU bank index down. But let's see where State Bank of India, it has filled the gap which had created on last Monday after it opened after a very good result over the weekend. So State Bank of India coming down because of profit booking is what we are seeing. And SAIL is trying to break this resistance for multiple days, but it is not being able to do so. So if this is broken, we can expect a further up move in SAIL. So metal index, like I told you in the beginning, it is looking pretty strong. So let's see where it goes. Nifty contributors: Infosys, Hindalco, Kotak Bank, TCS, Tata Motors, HDFC are the top gainers, but again did not contribute significantly today. Same with losers as well. Nothing, it did not fall that much. ICICI Bank, ITC, Reliance, Hindustan Unilever, State Bank, these are the top losers. FII, DII both have been net buyers for the day. FII is buying for 1090 crores and DII is also now becoming net buyers for 47 crore. Nothing much, but still they haven't sold in huge quantities. So the markets were flat because of that. So this is the net institutional figures. Again, positive. FII continue to buy. And open interest wise, Nifty looks slightly bearish. 0.82 is the put call ratio. A lot of calls being added is what we are seeing. And maximum calls were added at 18,400 after markets could not break it. Once in the morning and again in the afternoon. So people are selling a lot of 18,400 call options, and 18,400 and 500 seems to act as a strong resistance for Nifty. On the downside, 18,000 is a good support for as a support in Nifty. Back Nifty looking almost neutral. Put call ratio is at 1.01. So 42,000 is where a lot of puts and calls both are written. So people are not expecting markets to move beyond 42,500 on the upside and 41,500 on the downside. So let's see where if Bank Nifty goes. It's absolutely in the neutral territory, and again, as you have seen, it is not moving much these days. So that's also there. So this is the condition. Nifty looks slightly bearish, but Bank Nifty is looking stable for the moment. And now let us move to the US markets. US markets, let us see where it is trading. So US, if you're not aware, they have the midterm elections happened in the US, and the results of which were delayed, and finally they have declared that the Democrats have won it, despite the predictions that the Republicans will be taking over. So that did not happen. So let's see how the US markets are reacting to that. If you look at the 15-minute candle, I think we'll get a clear picture. Let us look at a 15-minute candle. S&P 500 opening with a gap down and try to move out. It is taking resistance around yesterday's closing, so pretty stable. S&P 500. Nasdaq, same thing. Nasdaq open with a gap down, try to move up, taking resistance around yesterday's high. So nothing major happening in the US indices. All of them are absolutely flat. 0.2, 0.1% in the red or green. So nothing happening. Maybe the closing, we have to see which side, either the bulls or the bears, who wins the fight. So that is there. US market is consolidating. With a lot of volatility is what we are seeing. Crude oil prices down by 2.5%, and it is falling down continuously as you are seeing. So crude oil prices coming down. Now 3%, 85 is a support, 84.7 is a support actually. So that is there. Gold prices, gold has been moving up. We have discussed this. So gold is up almost 9% after making a triple bottom formation. So good to see gold moving up. Hope you have invested in gold as well. Talking about the VIX situation, US volatility today, it is up by 2.8%, and it was in a continuous downtrend is what we are seeing, but today it is up 2.8%. In fact, India VIX today is up by 3.5%. So India VIX has also been falling continuously, and at one point of time it was very close to breaking 14 levels, but then it shot up and now it is up 3.5% at 14.9. Dollar index has been coming down, and we have talked multiple times. Dollar index falling is a positive sign for the equity markets, and that is what is happening. Dollar index is now at 106.9. It is down considerably, and the next support seems to be 104, 105, these levels. So it can take support around those levels. Dollar index coming down is good for the equity markets and also for the Indian markets. Indian rupee is gaining a lot of strength. It is at around 80.98. So that is going to make the imports cheaper and is good for the Indian economy, especially in the export and import point of view. Indian rupee being in a stable zone is very, very important, and it has come down significantly, and 80 seems to be a good zone for that. So hoping it will trade around those levels, 80 to 82. So these around within 2-3 rupees price range, if it is moving, it is good for everybody. So that is Indian rupee. It is gaining strength because dollar index is falling. And coming to economic data, Indian inflation data is out, and Indian inflation data came out at 6.77% versus an expectation. What was it? The expectation was 6.73. It came out at 6.77. So slightly higher than expectation, but again, it is all good, and it is lower than last time. It is below 7%. That is very important. 7.4 was the last time. It came out at 6.77%. And also US inflation data was also lower than what it was. And overall things are looking good in terms of inflation, not only in India but also worldwide. Wholesale price inflation, if we talk about that, 10.7 was the last time. This time it came in 2 digits, 8.39. So again, a massive improvement in wholesale price inflation as well. So economy is slowly turning stronger is what we are seeing. So that is good to see. Local cues are pretty strong, and also the economy seems to do pretty well. Tomorrow, what to look out for? It's the GDP data of Japan, UK unemployment data, and also inflation data from France, and GDP growth rate of European Union, Europe area. So that is coming out. So nothing major is going to be impacted from these. So let us see where we open to tomorrow. SGX Nifty is indicating 18,444. But for the last few days, we are seeing that is GX Nifty is not showing a true indication of the markets. It is trading at a premium, and if it is showing a 200 points gap up, we're opening maybe 100 or 50 point gap up. So for the last few days, it has been trading at a premium, which means it is higher than the current Nifty that is traded at India. So that is the situation right now, and the markets should break out or break down in either zone. It has been consolidating. It should take a trend. Let's see if it is this week or in the coming week. But either way, it should be moving in one direction. Right now, things are looking positive. Maybe it can move up with a lot of the economy improving worldwide. But again, it could be one negative news, and everything can come down. So we have to see which side it moves. Until that happens, we can just stay to the side and wait for the market to take a direction, and then if we trade in the movement of the direction, a lot of money can be made that way, is what I believe. So that is all from my side. Thank you for watching, and have a very good night.